Okay, so today we're going to be doing a digital escape, and it's really kind of tricky, so I want to walk through at least the whole first puzzle with you. So what you're going to do first is you're going to try to find the rate of change for A and for B, so for each of the functions you're given. So on A, it's a graph. We're going to count up 1, 2, 3, and to the right 1. For B, we're going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to the right 1, so it's 5 over 1. So what we have to decide is which one had the greater rate of change. Well, that was B, and its rate of change was 5. So to get the letter for our clue, we need to go 5 letters past B in the alphabet, which would lead us to G. Number 2, we have functions C and D. Remember, your rate of change is your slope, so it's whatever number comes in front of your x. Well, on C, there's no number there, so we know it's an imaginary 1. On D, we have 1/2. Well, which one is bigger? That is C. Its rate of change is a 1, so one letter past C would get us to D. On number 3, we have E and we have F. So when we count the rate of change for E, we go up 1 and to the right 1, 2, 3, 4. So up 1 to the right 4. And on F, we have to pick 2 points. So I'm going to just use 2, 6 and 4, 8. And we have to find the slope. So M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which gives me 8 minus 6 over 4 minus 2. So we get 2 over 2, which is 1. So my slope for F is 1. Which one is larger? F is larger by 1. So one letter past F will give me G. Let's look at my 2 functions for number 4. We have G and we have H. These are 2 tables, so we're going to have to choose points to find the slope. I'm going to use 0, 0, and 1, 7. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 7 minus 0 over 1 minus 0 gives me 7 over 1, or simply 7. For H, I have 0, 0, and I have 2, 6. Again, I'm going to write down my formula and then plug in what I know. 6 minus 0 over 2 minus 0, 6 over 2, which gives me 3. Now, which of these is larger? It would be the 7. So G is larger by 7. So when I go 7 letters past G, I'm going to get to the letter N. Number 5, we're given I and we're given J. I is an equation right here, y equals 4x plus 1. My slope is the number in front of my x, so it's a 4. And then for J, we're going to have to pick points on the table. I'm going to use 0, 0, and 3, 18. So the first thing that I will do is write my formula, y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. 18 minus 0 over 3 minus 0 gives me 18 over 3. 18 over 3 is simply 6. So what's larger, 4 or 6? It is 6. So J is larger by 6. So 6 letters past J will take you to the letter P. Then we have number 6. We have function K and function L. K is an equation. It's y equals 5x minus 10. Our slope in that one is a 5. For L, we have to count the slope on the graph. So we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And to the right 1. So 7 over 1 is simply 7. So which one is larger? It is L by 7. And 7 letters past L will get us to an S. So when you type in your code for this first one, you would type in, you scroll down here, it is G, D, G, N, 8.F.2. And make sure it is in all capital letters, or you will not be able to break through the first puzzle. Puzzle 2 only has 4 questions this time. We are trying to determine which function has the smallest rate of change. And then determine what the y-intercept is for the function. To break out of the puzzle, you will need to find the product of the y-intercept of all the y-intercepts whose functions have the smallest rate of change. So if we look at this, on number 1, we're going to find a graph, an equation, and a table. On the graph, we're going to go up 1, 2, and we're going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 over 4, which is just 1/2. On my equation, my slope is 1/4. And then you have to find the slope from the table. I'm going to use 0, 9, and 1, 11 because they're positive numbers. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we have 11 minus 9 over 1 minus 0. So 2 over 1 is simply 2. Now, when I get to this point and have to decide which one had the smallest rate of change, it was my equation at 1/4. So then that was my m. So then I need to find my y-intercept for my equation, and it is a 6. Because the plus 6 at the end gives you the y-intercept. So number 2, you have the graph, you have an equation, you have a table. On the graph, you're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and to the right 2. So 6 over 2 will give you 3. On the equation, your slope is 8. And then on the table, we're going to have to pick points. I'm going to use 0, 4 and 1, 8. So when I plug in y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, then I can plug in my numbers. So I have 8, or that's an 8, not an 18. 8 minus 4 over 1 minus 0 gives me 4 over 1, which is 4. So when I'm trying to find the smallest, it is from my graph. So that's my B, or my M. My B is positive 2 this time. So you'll do the same thing for 3, and you'll do the same thing for 4. When you get to the end, you're going to take your y-intercept from number 1, so 6, times my y-intercept from number 2, 2 times my y-intercept for 3, my y-intercept from 4, and find the product of those. Remember, product is the answer to a multiplication problem.